Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Kate from Mindful Knots. In this tutorial, I will be teaching you all how to make a mini skirt with a ruffle detail. This skirt is an adult size small, but it can be easily adjusted for other sizes. I will be using the rest of the Lion brand Pound of Love yarn. In my previous video, I used half of this skein, so in this video, I'll be using the second half of the skein. You will also be using a crochet hook 5mm, a pair of scissors, and a yarn needle. This tutorial is super quick and easy and beginner friendly. So let's get into the tutorial. To begin, you will create a slip knot, so you'll kind of fold the yarn onto itself like this. Twist the yarn, coming through the back of this little loop here, and then you're going to grab the shorter strand and pull the yarn through the loop there. Insert your hook and make that little loop smaller up on the hook there. To begin, we will create the waistband. To do that, you will chain up 10. To chain, you will yarn over, so you'll go under the yarn and hook it and pull it through the loop. And that's one chain. You're going to chain up 10. Once you have 10 chains, you will then add 2 more. And this first 2 chains do not count as a stitch. So in that third chain there, you will insert 1 double crochet. To do a double crochet, you will yarn over, insert your hook through that third chain, yarn over again, pull the yarn through the chain, and that leaves you with 3 loops on the hook. You will yarn over again, pull through the first 2 loops, and that leaves you with 2 loops on your hook. You will yarn over one more time and pull through the last 2 loops. So in the remaining amount of chains, you will just insert 1 double crochet. You will do this in each chain until the end, and you should have a total of 10 double crochets. Once you have 10 double crochets, you will then chain up 2, turn your work, and for this row you're just going to be working into the back loop only. And to show you guys, so the top of each stitch has this V, and usually we work into both of them, but what we're going to do now is just work into the back loop only. Okay? So not both of them, you're just going to isolate that back one. So what you're going to do is just work 1 double crochet into the back loop only in each of the stitches. Do that all the way to the end. Okay, so I have just completed the 10 double crochets into the back loop only. And by doing this, you kind of created a rib texture. So what you're going to do is just repeat that row. You're going to chain up 2, turn your work, and then insert 1 double crochet into each of the stitches, working into the back loop only. So again, that chain 2 does not count as a stitch, and you should have 10 double crochets into each row. You will repeat this process until this fits all the way around your waist. Okay, so I ended up doing 46 rows, and this band here should be able to fit around your hips, so you can adjust this accordingly. So now what we will do is fold it together, make sure it's not twisted, and we will slip stitch these pieces together. So what you'll do is you'll go to the back piece here and grab that corner stitch, and then you will slip stitch. So you'll yarn over, pull through the stitch and the loop on the hook. So I'm going to turn it this way. I'm going to grab the second stitch, grab the second stitch in the back, yarn over and pull through both of the panels and the loop on the hook. And you'll do that to each stitch all the way across. Okay, so once you have slip stitched, then you have created a circle there. So now what we are going to do is work into the sides of the stitches. So what we will do is first chain up 2. This does not count as a stitch. And then per double crochet, so like this double crochet right there, I'm going to insert 2 stitches on that row, 2 stitches there, 2 stitches there, to kind of make it as even as possible. So you're going to create double crochets into the sides of the stitches. Just kind of anywhere your hook will fit. It's going to be a little awkward at first, but you'll get used to it. Yeah, so you're just going to insert double crochets all the way across this band. Once you have double crocheted all the way around, I personally had 92 stitches. It may vary depending on size. Once you have the amount of stitches that you'd like, what you're going to do is skip over that first chain 2 and then slip stitch the first double crochet we created. For the next row, you will chain up 2. That does not count as a stitch. Then you will double crochet 1 into each of the stitches. All the way around the piece here, just double crochet 1 in each stitch. You will repeat this row until you have your desired length. I'll meet you guys back and let you guys know how many rows I ended up doing. But just continue with this row, just chain up 2, double crochet 1 into each stitch all the way around, and then slip stitch to close. I ended up doing 7 full rows of just double crochet. For this next round, it's an increase round. So I'm going to increase by 8 stitches. So I'm going to go from 92 stitches to 100. I'm going to do that by chaining up 2, double crocheting 2 into the first stitch, and then double crocheting 1 into the next 22 stitches after. Once you have 22 double crochets, you will repeat that 4 times around. So in the next stitch, you will insert 2 double crochets into the same stitch. Then after that, you will double crochet 22. Once you have repeated that 4 times, you will slip stitch to close this round. So you'll skip over that chain 2 and then slip stitch the first double crochet we created. For the next couple of rows, you're just going to chain up 2 to get started. And then you will insert 1 double crochet into each of the stitches. You will do that for a total of 3 rows, and I will meet you guys back. Okay, so once you have finished your 3 rows, this is what your piece should be looking like right now. Now we're going to start the ruffle portion. So what you will do is chain up 2 to begin. You will insert 2 double crochets into that first stitch. So that's 1, and 2 double crochets into that first stitch. For this round, you will just insert 2 double crochets into each of the stitches. And you will repeat that around, just inserting 2 double crochets into each of the stitches all the way around. By the end of this round, you should have 200 stitches. Alright, so I did that all the way around, and as you can see, it's starting to ruffle a bit. To close that round, I'm going to again skip that chain 2 and then slip stitch the first double crochet of the round. For the next row, you are going to chain up 2. In this row, you're just going to insert 1 double crochet into each of the stitches. And you will do that all the way around. You will have the same stitch count as the previous row. Okay, so for this next row, we're going to be doing a different stitch. So to begin, we will chain up 3. That does not count as a stitch. And in that first stitch there, we are going to create a treble crochet. To do that, you will wrap the yarn around your hook twice, insert your hook through the stitch, yarn over, pull the yarn through the stitch, and that leaves you with 4 loops on the hook. You will then yarn over again, pull through 2 of those loops, and that leaves you with 3 loops on the hook. You'll yarn over again, pull through 2, yarn over again, and pull through the last 2. So that's a treble crochet. Then you will chain up 1. You will insert a treble crochet into the next stitch, and I'll show you guys one more time. So you'll yarn over twice, insert your hook through that stitch, yarn over and pull through. That leaves you with 4 loops on the hook. So then you'll yarn over again, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through 2 more, yarn over again and pull through the last 2. You will chain up 1 again, and then you'll just repeat that around. Insert another treble crochet into the next stitch, chain 1, insert a treble crochet into the next stitch, then chain 1, repeat around. Okay, so I've done that all the way around, and I slip stitch to close, and now we're going to start on the next row. For this next row, we are going to work in treble crochet again, so you will chain up 3 to begin. In the first stitch, you will insert 1 treble crochet. Then you will chain up 1, skip that chain there in that space, and then in the next treble crochet you'll insert 1 treble crochet. You're essentially just going to repeat the same row that you just created. Chain up 1, skip that chain and that space, and then insert 1 treble crochet into the next stitch there. So you're just kind of mimicking this previous round. Chain up 1, insert 1 treble crochet into the next stitch after you have skipped the space there. Okay? So you will repeat that all the way around. So you will repeat this row for another 2 rows, so you'll have a total of 3 rows of just the treble crochet, chain, treble crochet, chain. You will also have to make a drawstring to cinch up the waist. To make the drawstring, all you do is do a chain. I did mine long enough to go around it and to have a little bit of loose ends here so that we can tie it as well. Okay, so for the tie, what you'll do is kind of find the center here, and you will go towards the top there, and then you're just going to weave it in and out. Of these ribbed sections there. So then you'll pull your strand through. And then see how it's going in and out, in and out. You're going to do that all the way around the wristband, or all the way around the waistband there. Okay, so once you have weaved in your drawstring, your skirt is complete. All you have to do is sew in your loose ends and your project is done. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.